And the yelling begins. The yelling begins. Wanting to chase the deer. Come on, get back here. Good boy, good boy. Come on. Hey, good Thursday yelling morning. Let's go. Come on. Oh, my goodness gracious. Let the dogs out so they can crap outside. But having dressed 4 layers deep up in this freaking sucky-ass Virginia, Maryland area where we have a real winter for a change takes forever to dress. How do you people live? You know, you couldn't pay me $1 million a year to live further north than I live. I'd be like, screw that. Who the hell wants to be through the torture living? How the hell do you guys want to live in the season where you have to dress 4 freaking layers deep every day of your life to be outside? I mean, no way. Sorry, ain't for me, man. Screw that. You can say, I'll pay you $1 million to come live with me. I'd be like, hell no. I'll pass. I'll go live on the beach for dirt cheap. And there it is. It's the Thursday morning conversations, getting things going this morning. As I say, it's a suck-ass weather here in Virginia, Maryland, D.C. area. It's freezing ass. This is just not the typical D.C., Virginia, Maryland area. And getting up every day and having to spend a half an hour getting dressed, it's getting old. Come on, let's go. All right, get in the house. Get the conversations going. Get some coffee in me. And it's freezing ass. Too freaking cold. This just isn't this area. That's why people leave. I don't blame you. Get out of here. There it is, the disaster zone. Hey, there's all the other dogs. All right. Come on, pups. Let's get out. Seems like somebody's missing. Who's missing? Where's Ginger? Where's Tango? No Ginger or Tango. So I guess they're back in there with Mom, which, whatever. Come on, stop it. Stop it. All right, here we are. Welcome to Ice Age TV, everybody. It's noisy as hell. Freezing ass. Ain't no snow coming. Which is so many ways, thank God. Oh my gosh. Here we go, across the way. Put the camera in hand. And keep it between, let's just say, keep it between the ditches. Come on, let's go. So the wife has locked down Tango and Ginger. So they're totally out of sync with the morning. But that's all right. Come on, let's go. So we have all 4 German Shepherd. Come on, pups, let's go. Come on, let's go. All right, let's get across the, well, at least Ginger won't attack the dogs with the food situation as we get across to the camper. It's cold, and camper's keeping me warm for the most part, but it is chilly. Thank God for the heating blanket. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's get in the barn, get you guys fed. It's a feeding machine. Having all these dogs, it's just never ending. Eat, 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 eat. I'm going through dog food like you can't believe. I'm probably going through right now, I would say I'm going through right now 80 pounds, maybe 100 pounds of dog food a week. You just hear that? Yeah, don't even want to think about all the crap that goes with it. Come on, let's get up here. On the Thursday morning, what are we talking about today, right? What did you just drop? No, what happened? Hey, hey, hey. I don't know what that is. Sounds like a Kiefer thing. I don't know what it is. All right, let's lock down the barn because I don't know if I chase you guys' ass around the neighborhood. And come here. Come on. Here you go. Guys hungry? All right, is everybody here? It just seems like everybody's here. I guess everybody's here. I don't know. Are you guys getting seasick yet? Have you walk around in circles with the dogs? All right, let's see. Come on, barn. It takes forever to close that damn thing. Yeah, I got an attitude today. I kind of do have an attitude. Yeah. It's because I'm sick of the cold freaking ass weather. I'm sick of it. It just pisses you off after a while. It's a pain in the ass. All right, look out. Come on, guys. Here, just get eating that. Yeah, is this a project? It's a freaking project, man. Just getting these bowls separated. Can't get the damn thing separated. Oh, here you go. Yeah, these guys eat like monsters, man. Everybody thinks I'm depriving my dogs of eating. Are you kidding me? These guys eat all day long. I mean, I'm feeding them in the morning. I mean, I'm not lying to you. I think I'm going through right now, I would say 3 bags, 30-pound bags of the Costco dog food. So, you can just see as I'm shoveling this out. There you go. Yeah, it ain't no poor man's, you can't own a lot of dogs and be poor. I mean, that's one thing about owning dogs. Very expensive. All right, what the hell are you talking about this morning? Really need to put my gloves on because it's so damn cold. But can I one hand put a glove on? Probably not. All right, I'm back. Starting and stopping this video just makes it more challenging of uploading the video for the morning conversation. So, what the hell's going on? I mean, how do you even watch the internet? How do you even go to X? How do you go anywhere anymore without just pissing the crap out of you to see how corrupt our government is? And sadly, I mean, here's the thing. I really don't want to take sides with the GOP party being some great party, because they're not. They're just as much as fault as the Democrats. But it sure seems like the Democrat Party seems to be the most corrupt party of modern times. I mean, come on. And if you're a Democrat, you're not watching my channel anyways. There's no way. I've already pissed you off so many times because I call out Barack Obama. I call out dementia Joe Biden. I call out dumbass Kamala Harris. There's no way you get turned off on my channel because you think the Democrat Party is your buddy. I mean, you know what? Tell you what. I'm your buddy as well, and I'll tell you all the things you want to hear, but you got to send me money. And if you send me tons of money, I'll tell you everything you want to hear. And that's kind of the way it seems to play in our political system. But here's the thing. It's just never-ending rhetoric now about the Democratic Party. And to watch Elon Musk and Donald Trump talk about what they're seeing and to have this whole Department of Government Efficiency be set up. But what's so unfortunate to me is, as an individual, is why did it take this long? Why did it take this long for us to have the curtains pulled back? If you really watch my channel, I talked many days that once Trump comes into office, the curtain's going to be pulled back. But I was referencing more about the fake economy. I was referencing more about all the fake crap going on, never realizing the curtain being pulled back would be the exposure of how corrupt the Democratic Party is, and how, in so many ways, corrupt the GOP party is, because they just sat idly by watching what's going on, which you just know there's got to be GOP people part of this. There has to be. I mean, I just think as it gets deeper, you're going to start to hear a lot more about all the political players who are playing to the toe heel of this government misuse of taxes. But this is what I really thought about this. I mean, this has to be classic. So the Green Deal. I mean, come on, everybody. Are you kidding me? I mean, think about the underlying message of the likes of AOC, Bernie Sanders, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, the underlying meaning of the Green Deal. Wow. Have you actually even thought about what I'm saying right now? Do you understand what the Green Deal is? Do you understand what the Inflation Reduction Act was all about? Do you realize that the head lady that's overseeing the disbursement of all the monies of the Inflation Reduction Act, aka the New Green Deal, abruptly resigned when Donald Trump asked for her to start opening the books of where all the money's going? Do you know about this? Yeah, so this is the biggest laughing stock of our country ever. And then sincerely, you should be pissed as hell. We should all be pissed as hell. What's the New Green Deal? It's about money being laundered through our government like never ever seen. Oh my gosh. Is anybody figuring this out? These politicians are laughing their ass off as they tell you they're all about the future of this world and country and the better of mankind, when all they're doing is laughing their ass off that they're subsidizing all the entitlement to themselves. You got to be shitting me. We people should be in the streets just bulldozing these Democratic people showing up resisting the curtain being pulled back. Yeah, the Republican Party, people should be getting streets screaming bloody murder, the Green Deal. Oh, really? Does anyone remember all the things of the new Green Deal? You need to go buy an electric vehicle. Really? Why? To save the world. You're going to be such a good person. We're going to go ahead and just subsidize the electric vehicle industry and the whole green agenda with billions of dollars. Really? Really you are? Hey, you need to really stop going to the restaurant and buying all that bad food because it's bad for mankind because the cows are ruining Mother Nature Earth. So you need to stop eating. Anybody get that message? Have you noticed your portions are a lot smaller or wherever you go to eat something? Have you noticed this? I mean, once again, these political figures are laughing their ass off behind the scenes at the dumbass American citizens because we're a bunch of dumbasses. Everybody, not everybody, but so many people played into the Green Deal. Yeah, think it through. What was New York City wanting to do? Didn't New York City ban the pizza oven stoves? Doesn't New York City want to ban the gas stove? We can only have an electric stove. Doesn't the agendas of the Green Deal is you shouldn't have your thermostat in the summer set below 84 degrees? In the winter months, it should be set at 60 degrees. I mean, oh my gosh, everybody. Here's the government rattling off its mouth. These political figures rattle their mouth off of the new Green Deal to make the world a better place. Well, all they're doing is enriching themselves. Yes, the U.S. aid. U.S. aid. What is that all about? Yeah, once again, beyond believable that we have witnessed the Green Deal. Yeah, there's been a hell of a new Green Deal. Why did they even name it that, everybody? Why did this government, especially the Democratic Party, want to name AOC specifically rambling, running her mouth about the new Green Deal? And I talked about this on my channel for the last at least 3 years. At least 3 years of the Inflation Reduction Act, of the malarkey of the Inflation Reduction Act. If you ever watched my channel, I talked in great length, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, of all this money being handed out by our government by the billions and billions of dollars to entice business for the new green agenda. But now, all of a sudden, the eyebrows are being raised, and Donald Trump asked the key lady that oversees all the funds going out the door and the taxpayer's dime of where this money's going, and she abruptly resigns. Why? I mean, wow. Come on, everybody. Our country should be pissed as hell. They should be tracking down individuals. They should be going to jail. We should be finding out where all the money's going. Their assets should be locked up, taken away. I mean, it's bad, everybody. You know, what's really, you think this through. So the January 6th participants, you know how many people went to the January 6th rally because they truly felt that this election wasn't the fair election? And so people went there. And a lot of people didn't actually ever go in the Capitol. A lot of people left. They didn't want to be part of that. But you know how many people have been tracked down by the FBI? Do you realize if I would have gone to the January 6th participation, and even if I had not walked in the door of that building, I would have been personally visited by the FBI. Yes, this is a fact. I have friends that didn't ever go to that building. They got the personal visitation, everybody. They had their bank accounts looked at, everybody. They had their cell phone looked at, everybody. Yes, because the Democratic Party regime in power, a.k.a. Obama, a.k.a. the Soros family, they didn't like you. And so they went through great extremes to exterminate you. But yet here we now have the biggest fraud ever being unveiled in the history of our country, from the taxpayers paying into a government-controlled Democratic Party that has abused the system. And they're saying, we don't know where the money went. Zelensky's saying over there in Ukraine, I don't know where hundreds of billions of dollars went. I have no clue, man. Got me. But yet, they can track down an innocent guy that just went to the rally to have his support. He felt like the election wasn't fair. But no, don't tear that up. Don't tear that up. And they can track his ass down. But when it comes to a political figure, and they have monies that have been put into their accounts, no, stop it. Don't wreck these damn things. These guys stop it. Just stop it. Go. Isn't there something else you can play with? Let me go find like a water bottle. But I mean, come on, everybody. Is it the biggest scam in the world? Are we being laughed at like never ever seen in our society? We are. And you know who laughs at us? The Democrats. They laugh their ass off. Because they're just going to intimidate you. Because if you want to get something going riled up, what are they going to do? They're gonna call the police on you. That's what they're going to do. That's how the Democratic Party operates. When they don't like who you are, they just go to the judicial system. That's what they do. That's their fate. That's their most famous thing that they do as political politicians. They constantly use the judicial law to incriminate you. That's how they operate. And so then it scares the hell out of people. Just like I was saying yesterday. Can you imagine IRS coming to your house and auditing you? And you tell them, I have no idea. I have no idea where millions of dollars went. I have no idea. How's that going to play out, everybody? It's not going to play out very nice for you. You're going to have a serious legal problem in your hands. Now, how's it going to play out in our system with the government taking the taxpayers' monies and now a guy named Elon Musk that truly came out of nowhere at the last second of getting involved in political powers to be and tapping somebody on the shoulder and saying, isn't it about time for fiscal responsibility? Isn't it about time that we look into the books of this country of where all this stuff's going? And all of a sudden, the Democratic Party is all of a sudden go, no, you can't do that. You can't do that. I'm going to get judicial law involved and we're going to shut your ass down. Well, they're the most guilty party at the time that is truly undermining the well-being of our country, which, you know as well as I do, that is the goal. The goal is to undermine this country, to get the powers to be, to rewrite the Constitution, to rewrite amendments, and to take the powers to be of you and me out. That is the real goal. The real goal, that is where it's going on. If you don't want to accept that, you're a fool. You're a fool. Because that is the Democratic Party, the George Soros. It's not even the Democratic Party anymore. Because I know many Democratic people throughout my life that are great people. They're very nice people. They're very balanced people. They're people that are giving people. They want the best for everybody. But at the same time, they've fallen into the trap of the George Soros, the Obama, and in so many ways, the dislike of our country, that they've fallen into the regime's parade of trying to make things look somewhat different than maybe you understand what they really want to accomplish. And that's the challenge. I think many people kind of get lost in the message, and that's even the Democratic Party's even saying from the likes of James Carville that's laughing his ass off and is mad as hell on how the Democratic Party has lost its way. So here's James Carville. You know who that guy is? That guy's an asshat. He's a serious asshat. That guy runs his mouth all the time. And even he is calling out the leaders of the Democratic Party that they've lost their way of the American citizens that want a party to lead this country in the right way. So even to hear him say that, that is strong words. And if you look at all of the past years, you know, it makes you kind of just want to throw up when you see 30 years ago, Nancy Pelosi was in charge. Joe Biden was in sitting powers. The list of all the politicians that 30 years ago, you saw them in the 90s, and yet they're still around. They're still around in power. And you see them mouthing off back in the 90s about all these things that now are totally opposite of what they believe in. You know, in the 90s, they had a whole different attitude, whole different presentation, but now, so many years later, their views and ideology are totally opposite of what they used to be. And I can't believe most Democratic people can't see through this and how you haven't abandoned your party. It's a party of trash. It really is. It's disrespectful, and you guys have called out so many people in our country, being conservatives, of being the jerks, the a-holes, the troublemakers, the problems, and sorry, you're all wrong. You know, what for the likes of a guy named Donald Trump getting elected into office that brought along Elon Musk, we still wouldn't have a clue of all this money laundering that's going through through our government at your expense, on your tax dollars' expense, and a corruption like never seen. The illegals getting entitlements. In Ukraine, it's beyond believable this guy's Zelensky. It's unbelievable how this guy needs to be removed from his authority in Ukraine. This guy, even another European Union body representative called out Zelensky yesterday saying this guy's just a moneymonger. All this guy does is parade around Europe and the world begging for money. Does anybody figure out who this guy is? This guy apparently has monies stashed in homes. This guy is very, very well off. I mean, now, for me, if I actually ever looked into every detail of that, I have not. Could it be misinformation? It could be. But it's incredible how all this guy does is travels around begging for more money. Have you seen the guy on the war field? Have you actually seen the guy standing by the troops? Is he actually out there? What is he doing? And what's incredible is Putin from day one told him, hey, I'll keep your country, for the most part, your country, but you have to understand that we get to have the enjoyment of the monies that come through the meaning the minerals. Putin wants the assets of that country because in his world, it was his country. But that's more to that story that I'm going to get into this morning. But the whole point is he offers Zelensky to be part of the transition of Russia coming in and managing his country. And he said, screw you, go pound sand, and I'm going to fight you. And how's that playing out? The guy's still begging for money 3 years later. But the warmongers, the guys that live in our country that make a ton of money off of the defense contracts and the ammunition and everything else, they want long wars. They want the Afghanistan war. They want these 10, 20, 30-year wars where they just continue to stockpile their treasure chests of all the monies they make off our government that is incompetent on what they pay for things, and they overpay for everything, and the defense contractors know this stuff. It's a game. And if you don't think that these guys don't collude with one another, you're a fool. It's a known fact just in my area. I talked about this here a while back, that just the heating, air conditioning, and plumbing guys, there's three main big companies in our area, and I know a person that works for them, and it's a known fact that they have colluded with one another to drive the pricing for labor costs and for work through the roof. Do you know what colluding means? They all come to agreement that they won't undermine each other, and they'll charge very high pricing for work, and they'll all be on the same page to overcharge people, and that's going on. In this area, I am not embellishing to you. In this area, you have $300, $400, $500 hour labor rate. Did you just hear me? For a plumber. Electricians, $300, $400, $500 an hour. You hearing that? You think I'm making that up? Good luck. Go call a plumbing company from a major company in this area to come out to your house and do some plumbing work. And when you get the $5,000 bill for some plumbing work in your house, it takes the guy maybe 3-4 hours. You're going to be like, what? What? Yeah, I've gone through this. I've experienced this. That's why I'm talking to you. So you just have to know that the D.C. government contractors, they all meet with, they get to their conventions, they have their meetings. It's just a known thing that, hey, stop it. You just know that they can put in bids. No. What are you doing? They can put in bids. No, don't tear up that thing. And I don't want my kids in school so early this morning. This makes no sense. What time is it? I mean, I don't think it's that late. But you just know that they know they can go out there and be the shenanigans, and they can overbill the government at the taxpayers' expense. And what are they going to do? What are they going to do? What's their option, everybody? I mean, it's so bad. It really is. The Green Deal. The Green Deal. The new Green Deal. Are you kidding me? It's just the biggest awakening ever in modern times of how political figures look at you and just say, these guys are just, American citizens, they're just stupid. They just get up and go to work every day, and they're just happy to have a roof, food, shelter, and a car. If they can have all those things, everybody, the backroom politician, they're not going to get, they ain't going to figure this stuff out. They ain't that smart. Yes, and that's always been the liberal view of the conservatives. Conservatives are a bunch of rebels. They're a bunch of rednecks. They're just gunslinging, Jesus loving. Don't have a college. they're high school dropouts. They're just a bunch. Yeah, they're just stupid. I mean, that's the general message that the liberal-minded person says about a conservative person. Oh my God, beyond believable, everybody, beyond believable. Where's it all going? I don't know. I mean, $5,000 ain't enough. $5,000 ain't enough. $5,000 ain't enough. Sorry, it should be $100,000. It's too cheap. It's too cheap. A refund. I want a refund. $5,000. That's nothing in today's world. That's chump change. I want $100. No, stop it. Hey, rebel, don't wreck the bet. I want $100,000 for the abuse of the powers of our government and country. You gotta remember, there's guys that went to January 6th thrown in jail for life. Just beyond believable. So if the government can be that radical towards you for doing something that was inappropriate, then they need to pay us big time for all the monies they stole from us, and they need to go dig them up. The real story is we have to go track down, just like they tracked down all the January 6th participants, they need to track down every one of these people taking money from the system that are corrupt as hell, get it back, seize their assets, sell their houses, sell their yachts, sell their cars, sell their investments. Everything has to be given back to the taxpayer. And yes, each one of us, each family household should be given $100,000 each. That's the reality. And send a stern message to the government, or let's just do this. No more taxes. No more taxes. We have a timeout for taxes. So I would take that in a heartbeat. Everybody here, for federal taxes, no more federal tax for the next 5 years. How about that idea? How about we'll do a swap to help the government manage its $100,000 per family household. We'll just no federal taxes for the next 5 years. And then we'll reevaluate if the federal tax system even needs to be continued for the abuse of policies of what this government does to the hardworking citizens of our country. There goes the kid. Well, all right, change it up. Did you know that last year Toyota was the #1 selling manufacturer in the world? Did you know that? Oh, before I get to that, one thing I would like to say is this. So, for Elon Musk, he really has, look at the dogs. They're so in tune with that truck and my daughter. So for Elon Musk, it truly has gone from being a democratic, liberal-minded person to seeing the light, to being a conservative, more, not the bureaucracy, but he calls it a democracy-minded person. So for Elon Musk, where's the ICE car? I want you to build me an ICE car, Mr. Elon Musk, if you really are on the page of all this nonsense. Because take this through. Elon Musk has ridden off of all the green agenda crap. Yes, he entitled himself through the green agenda. So Elon Musk, if you really are the true new member of the conservative family of the malarkey of this environment crap, it's time for you to start building ICE vehicles. And will he do it? Because remember, Elon Musk wrote off of all the environmental entitlement. That's why he is where he is today. More than that, he's had other things go on. But I call out Elon Musk today, unless you build an ICE vehicle, then I'm still not there. Because you wrote off the entitlement of the green agenda monies, which are in your bank account from all of that. So you need to come to the table, and you need to come full faith, full face, that you'll accept and say the green agenda is a bunch of malarkey, it's a con, it's a scam, that's all it is. Greta Thunberg, that girl's just a whack job from her daddy being raised by a whack job, and all this malarkey of everything that mankind does destroys the world, and you got to live a whole different life. But at the same time, the government's trying to take all your tax money to go enrich themselves while making you think they're going to make the world better and penalize you. Because remember, Elon Musk got paid billions of dollars from the carbon footprint tax credits from all the ICE people. You got to remember, Mr. Elon Musk, the ICE people, the ICE man made you extremely rich because we all had to buy tax credits from these stupid-ass laws that were passed through our government that forced manufacturers to meet the zero emissions, the mile per gallon, line of your fleet of cars. And if you didn't do that, the government penalized you by millions of dollars, and instead they gave the opportunity to pay Elon Musk for his green agenda tax credits. Can you make this shit up? It is so bad, everybody. So Elon Musk is getting paid by all the big auto guys for the so-called green agenda, everybody. It's the green agenda, all right. It's the people enriching themselves with green like never, ever seen. That's it. I'm shutting the hell up. And am I riled up? I am. Because it's ridiculous that us hardworking little guys in the end get screwed by the pooch, and the big guy, he just moves on merrily like, yeah, ain't my problem. That ain't my money. But I got that Green Deal money. Ha! Yeah. God bless.